Mama.
One, two.
Okay.
Alright, everyone, listen to me. First of all, you can sit if you want it. It's very, very hot, so if you have bottle of water, drink in my guide. Very important. Now, first of all, you can see around us a lot of tanks and other armored vehicles like this. But this site we build them because we want to remember our soldiers who died in the armored corps. So we build this place for them, and it still operates today for we to remember us, that we go here and remember them. But because we have a lot of tanks in here, we have 162 tanks in the site. It's become one of the biggest museums of tanks in the world. It's very important. So we have three groups of tanks in here. The first one you can see from your both sides is the tank that we fought with them in our war. In our side we have another group, tank that we capture for our enemy. Their tank is behind this wall that we talk about here. Yeah, and we have another group that the tanks that we get for another country. Like, we call it collection tanks. We get it from America, from Germany and Russian. A tank to show in the side that we never fought with them. And our enemy doesn't have these tanks. So, it is a little about this site, and now I want to tell you a little about the history. This building that you can see here, it is a police station that the British built. They control Israel when they was here, and they built a lot of police stations like that in an important place. And this place is very, very high. We can see all around us. We call the valley. You can see a lot of forest in here, big forest. We call it Ayalon Valley, and from here we can see all the valley. And more important, the only road to get from the center of Israel to Jerusalem was here. So the British know that, and when they have the power of the police station and the soldier, they control the road and they decide who will go to Jerusalem and who will go back from Jerusalem. After the British left, the Jordanians took this place from them, and the first thing that they do, they control the road and don't let us, the Israeli, to go to Jerusalem, and we have to give supply like medical and food to our citizens, and they don't let us, so we decided to try to conquer this place from them. We have a lot of tanks, but not one unit. So we built the first unit, the first Israeli tank unit. We call it the 7th Brigade, and with this brigade we go here and have 5 battles on the place. In all these 5 battles we lose. Why? Because we was a new country and a new army. We have power and soldier, but still the Jordanians have more power than us and more soldiers. But more important, we don't have one language. Our soldiers come from around the world. Everybody have his own language. When the commander try to explain him something, to give order, they doesn't understand him. So because of that, and because we don't have a lot of power like the Jordanians, we decide to don't try to fight anymore on this place, and we build another road to go to Jerusalem. We call it Burma Road, and with this road we enter Jerusalem and help our citizens. We use the road until 67. In this time we come back to the place because our army was very, very strong in this time. We believe that now we can conquer this place, and really when we go here we took this place from the Jordanians. We make this army base, but after the Yom Kippur War, that half of the soldiers who died in this war was from our armored corps, for our unit. So we decide to make this place a memorial site, and we start to build it, and in '86 we open it like a memorial site, and we call it Yad Lashiron, what we see today. Now, I told you a little about the history, and I want to tell you about the tanks that we can see. So from here, I want you to go with me to the tank that we